As if cutting Caitlin Clark wasn't wild enough, the basketball gods decided to turn up the heat. Hailey Van Lith was drafted by the Chicago Sky, the same team that drafted Angel Reese just 1 year earlier. That's right, Hailey and Angel, they're back together again. Now for those who forgot, Hailey and Angel's time as teammates at LSU wasn't exactly a dream. On paper, they were supposed to be unstoppable. 2 top players, 1 stacked roster, but the chemistry? It never clicked. Hailey's scoring dropped, her confidence disappeared, and by the end of the season, she packed her bags and transferred out of LSU. Therefore, when Hailey left for TCU and her scoring jumped back up to nearly 18 points per game, fans took notice.
Her stats. Let me roll down here to the teams. Louisiana State, 11.6 points a game. She leaves and goes straight to TCU, averages almost 18. The year before at Louisville, almost 20 a game. What does that tell you about her hell that she's got coming? She got away once. She can't escape.
Something at LSU clearly wasn't working. Many believe the problem wasn't basketball. It was the partnership. It was Angel Reese. But now, by fate or by design, Hailey Van Lith is right back where she started, in the same locker room as Angel. And this time, it's not college. It's the pros. It's cameras, sponsors, headlines, and way more pressure. Angel didn't waste a second. Right after Hailey was drafted, Angel posted, "Let's run it back." That might seem playful, but the internet saw it differently. Critics said it wasn't a warm welcome. It was a power play, a warning, a reminder that Angel runs Chicago now, and Hailey just stepped back into her world. And here's the issue. The Sky already have Camila Cardoso, another front court star who needs touches. Add Angel's presence, and now Hailey's walking into a team dominated by bigs. Will she get the ball enough? Will she be allowed to play her game? Or will she be forced into a role that holds her back again? But it goes even deeper. During her draft night interview, Hailey looked tense. Sure, she smiled, but fans weren't buying it. The clips went viral. One YouTuber said, "That's the face of someone who just got sent back to toxic hell."
Hailey Van Lith, smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. Oh, her face is like the F. Yeah, it's over. HVL is feeling sick. She cut the cancer out and it came right back. Gotta watch Hailey Van Lith stand at the three-point line wide open while that girl is chasing the new rebounds record.
People joked about her requesting a trade before the season even begins. Others said she looked like she saw a ghost, and that ghost was wearing number 5. Therefore, fans are wondering, if Hailey couldn't shine next to Angel in college, what's going to change now? Hailey tried to stay positive in interviews. She said she respected Angel. She said she was excited. She said they have similar mindsets, but even her tone didn't match the words.
Angel has maintained contact with me this whole past year since she's been in the league and I transferred. I really appreciate her. We have a very mature relationship, a mutual respect relationship where we both have respect for each other's game and also the character and the person we are off the court. So mostly I'm just excited to get to be around her again.
It sounded forced, like someone reading from a script written by a PR team. But Caitlin Clark, she was silent. She didn't clap back. She didn't subtweet. She didn't even blink, because she doesn't have to. All she has to do is circle May 16th, the date she faces Hailey and Angel together on the court, the date the Indiana Fever play the Chicago Sky, and the date Caitlin gets to answer all the noise with buckets. Hailey Van Lith walked into draft night thinking she was stepping into the spotlight, but now she may have walked straight into a nightmare. While Hailey Van Lith and Angel Reese stirred up drama, Caitlin Clark kept doing what she always does: dominate. She's not just a good rookie, she's a generational player, and the stats back it all up. Let's start with the records. Caitlin Clark has already broken more rookie records than most players break in their entire careers. She became the first rookie in WNBA history to record 2 triple-doubles, the first player to ever win both Rookie of the Month and Player of the Month in the same month. She holds the single-season rookie record for assists, three-pointers, and double-doubles. She even owns the franchise record for the most assists in a single game as a rookie.
points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history, most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history, most points by a rookie in WNBA history, most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA, first WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles, first triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history, first triple-double in Fever history, the first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month, first player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single season rookie record for assists, single season rookie record for 3-pointers, single game record for assists 19, franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers, she did it in 34 games, most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
And her birthday. She spent it going 50 for 54 from 3-point range in the gym. But what makes Caitlin different isn't just numbers. It's the way she plays.
They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is. It's an intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. She has it. She's got the thing.
And for Caitlin Clark to have the awareness to drive the eyeballs there, you have to give her so much credit.
And she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her. And you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that.
Her game mirrors Steph Curry, the range, the handles, the confidence. She doesn't just shoot from deep. She hits shots that make you pause the replay and ask, did that really go in? It's not luck. It's not hype. It's skill. And it's repeatable. Therefore, when Haley cut Caitlin, it didn't just disrespect a player. It disrespected the work, the grind, the excellence. And that's why fans took it so seriously. Because Caitlin isn't just representing herself anymore. She represents the new face of women's basketball. She brought millions of fans to the league. She sold out arenas that were half empty before she arrived. She's why ESPN started putting WNBA games in primetime slots. But this rivalry, it's no longer just personal. It's symbolic. Caitlin is the basketball purist, the one who lets her play speak. No drama, no excuses, just buckets. Angel and Haley, they're the drama magnets, the ones who talk off the court just as much as they try to perform on it. But while they're giving interviews and tweeting out shade, Caitlin is in the gym, working, grinding, waiting. Because deep down, everyone knows what happens when Caitlin Clark gets targeted. She doesn't fold, she explodes. And let's not ignore the bigger truth. This isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about race, media narratives, and the shifting power in the WNBA. Some fans believe Caitlin gets too much attention, that the league is forcing her into the spotlight at the expense of others. But here's the thing, the numbers don't lie. With Caitlin, ticket sales go up, viewership spikes, sponsorship deals pour in. People are watching, not because they were told to, but because she's box office. She's Steph Curry with a ponytail. She's bringing dads, moms, sons, and daughters back to women's basketball. But not everyone likes that. And that's why this rivalry has become so intense. Because it's no longer just about Haley versus Caitlin. It's about tradition versus disruption. Old guard versus new wave. Talk versus action. And Caitlin Clark, she's about to speak in the loudest way possible, on the court. Therefore, when May 16th arrives, it won't just be a game. It'll be a reckoning. All the interviews, all the shade, all the drama, it's led to this. May 16th isn't just opening night, it's Judgment Day. Caitlin Clark has been targeted, mocked, downplayed, and cut, not in silence, but on one of the biggest stages of her life. Hailey Van Lith made sure the world saw it. She didn't hide it, she owned it. But in doing so, she lit the fuse on something much bigger than herself. Now she's stepping into the WNBA, facing the same player who embarrassed her twice in college. But this time, it's not just Caitlin versus Haley. It's the face of women's basketball versus two rivals from her past, Haley and Angel, now reunited on the same team. And while they try to rebuild chemistry and control the chaos, Caitlin has one job: make them pay. She's already proven she doesn't need to tweet. She doesn't need to talk. She doesn't need to clap back online. She just needs the ball. Because on May 16th, Caitlin Clark is going to respond, not with words, but with buckets. So buckle up. The league's biggest rivalry has just been born. And if you thought this was going to cool down, think again. This is just the beginning. And Caitlin Clark, she's already loaded the clip.
Disaster. What an embarrassing disaster for both ESPN and the WNBA.
Haley Van Lith didn't just walk across the WNBA draft stage, she walked into a war. On the biggest night of her life, she took a direct shot at Caitlin Clark and the basketball world. It hasn't stopped shaking since.
Hours to the legend. We're going to start Diana Taurasi. I'm going to bench Sabrina and cut Caitlin.
She cut Caitlin Clark in front of the entire world. The same Caitlin Clark who dropped over 40 points on her twice.
So Caitlin Clark is averaging against her over the last, since 2023, averaged 40 points per game. And this is what she has had to say.
The same Caitlin Clark who just rewrote WNBA history. Now, the smoke is coming. On May 16th, Clark and Van Lith meet again. And this time, it's personal. Stay tuned, because what Haley did may have just started the WNBA's biggest rivalry. Haley Van Lith didn't just answer a fun rookie question, she made a statement. During a start, bench, cut segment on draft night, the world was watching as she was asked to choose between Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, and Caitlin Clark. What did she say? Start Diana, bench Sabrina, cut Caitlin. That moment wasn't just petty, it was calculated. Haley Van Lith made it loud and clear. Even though Caitlin Clark has become the face of women's basketball, she's not giving her that crown. But here's where it gets wild.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlin Clark.
She was remarkable, on top of the fact that she had to deal with so much hate when she got to the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark had dropped over 40 points on Haley not once, but twice. This wasn't a playful pick. This was personal. Social media exploded. Thousands of fans flooded the comments asking, how are you cutting the player who embarrassed you twice on national TV?
So Caitlin Clark is averaging against her over the last, since 2023, averaged 40 points per game.
One tweet put it best. You cut the player who torched you for 40 plus. Twice. That's not a choice. That's a cry for help. Fans weren't the only ones stunned. Analysts, reporters, and even former players weighed in, calling the move bitter.
What is she doing wrong? What more do you want from Caitlin Clark? Seriously, what more do you want from her? She's focusing on the game. She lifted her team up, got them to the playoffs, won Rookie of the Year, and then also is denouncing racial tensions when she's asked about it. I'm sorry, I don't see anything more that Caitlin Clark should have done or could have done. Listen, if people want to portray and paint the narrative that there are racial tensions in the WNBA as a result of Caitlin Clark, I would say that's their own problem. I think Caitlin Clark is doing the right thing, rising above all of the crap that she's had to endure. The amount of fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player, flagrant fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player. Caitlin Clark was worried about playing the game, and that is why she got Rookie of the Year. She was not worried about the BS.
Disrespectful and career suicidal. And let's not forget, Caitlin Clark is the most watched women's basketball player in history. She shattered college scoring records. She dragged her WNBA team into playoff contention as a rookie. She brought in millions of new viewers. And Haley chose that moment, under the spotlight, to cut her. Therefore, this wasn't about strategy. It wasn't about humor. This was about ego. This was about Haley trying to shift the conversation back to herself. But cutting Caitlin Clark, that's not how you earn respect in this league. Because here's the reality. Caitlin didn't just beat Haley in college, she humiliated her. In their last 2 meetings, Caitlin averaged over 40 points a game. That's not a coincidence. That's a statement. And Hailey Van Lith knows it. She's had to live with it. Therefore, when she was handed a mic on draft night, she didn't pass up the chance to send a message, even if it blew up in her face. And blow up it did. The backlash was instant. Videos of Caitlin draining threes over Hailey were reposted everywhere. Fans joked about Hailey walking into a revenge tour. YouTubers dissected her tone, her smirk, her body language. One even said, "That wasn't confidence. That was fear wearing lip gloss."
Like, I'm sorry. You've pissed off. You've done something that'll piss off the damn psycho. The Caitlin Clark has made made more all WNBA first teams than Sabrina. There's no stratosphere where Sabrina Ionescu is better than Caitlin Clark.
But here's where the stakes rise even higher. The WNBA scheduled the Chicago Sky to open their season against the Indiana Fever. That means Caitlin Clark and Hailey Van Lith will face off again in their very first professional game. The storyline writes itself. Hailey targeted Clark on draft night. Clark doesn't talk trash online. She talks on the court. And if history tells us anything, when Caitlin Clark takes something personally, she responds with buckets. The countdown has already begun. The memes are already flying. And the basketball world is asking one question. Did Hailey Van Lith just poke the wrong beast?